In the world of X-Men, mutants are born with powers beyond normal humans. Some can control metal or read minds. Others can shapeshift, control the weather, or even destroy the world. But for them, having powers does not just mean being strong. It also means fear, rejection, and a fate they cannot escape. In today's video, we're breaking down these powerful but lonely mutants, how incredible their abilities really are, and the price they had to pay for them.
Why do Sentinels struggle against mutants above level 4? Sentinels were developed in two main waves. The first generation was basically pure machines. They had heavy firepower and flight capabilities, but they weren't built to handle elite mutants. Someone like Magneto could easily manipulate or destroy them, showing just how limited they were. To overcome this, Trask incorporated Mystique's DNA into the next generation. These second-gen Sentinels were made from advanced composites, rendering them immune to magnetic control. Their most dangerous feature? They could copy and mimic mutant abilities in real time. However, there's a built-in limitation. This power is tied to Mystique herself. In official canon, Mystique is classified as a Tier 4 mutant. That means second-gen Sentinels can only duplicate abilities from mutants Tier 4 or below. So why did characters like Iceman or Colossus fall so quickly in the movies? It's because the films simplified their power levels to Tier 4, making them susceptible to Sentinel absorption. But the real threat isn't just raw power, it's sheer numbers and adaptive programming. Even top-tier mutants could be overwhelmed by a swarm of hundreds of Sentinels that adjust to their abilities on the fly. Why is Cyclops the leader of the X-Men instead of Professor X? Professor X founded the X-Men and guides their ideals, but he has limits on the battlefield. Charles Xavier is paralyzed from the waist down, which makes moving around in combat difficult. He also avoids using mind control to win fights, seeing it as against his peaceful principles. Because of this, he can't make quick, direct, high-impact decisions in the heat of battle. Cyclops, on the other hand, excels as a frontline leader. Scott Summers learned self-control early because he can't fully control his optic blasts. That discipline shapes his leadership, calm, rational, and strategic under pressure. In combat, he can coordinate multiple teammates at once, assigning tasks based on powers. He turns a group of very different mutants into an efficient quasi-military team. Cyclops can also read enemy angles and battlefield dynamics in real time. This allows him to make precise tactical moves and stay calm under extreme pressure. In short, Professor X handles long-term strategy and ideals, while Cyclops runs the field. Their leadership styles complement each other, giving the X-Men both smart guidance and effective combat execution. Do you know which mutants are the richest? Fourth place, Sunspot. As the son of a Brazilian billionaire, he inherited and expanded Da Costa International. His fortune was so immense that at one point he could have outright bought AIM, the massive evil organization. He lives an extremely lavish lifestyle, earning him the nickname Tony Stark of the mutant world. Third place, Archangel. Archangel, born into the wealthy Worthington family, inherited most of his fortune. After joining the X-Men, he also donated generously to Xavier's school and the team. Second place, White Queen. In the comics, Emma Frost is a morally gray character, not like her movie portrayal. Born into a rich New York family, her wealth comes partly from her family and partly from her telepathy and sharp business sense. Joining the Hellfire Club expanded both her fortune and connections. First place, Professor X. Professor X's wealth also started with his privileged family background. Beyond that, his academic achievements in genetics, biophysics, and psychology helped him accumulate more. Using his resources, he founded Xavier's School and formed the X-Men. His fortune also funded the team's weapons and equipment. Why does Colonel Stryker hate mutants so much? It all stems from his son, Jason Stryker. In the movie's storyline, Jason was once Professor X's star pupil, possessing a terrifying power, illusion projection. He could take control of a person's mind without physical contact and create realistic sensory traps. But the uncontrollable nature of this ability marked the beginning of the Stryker family's downfall. Stryker initially hoped that Professor X could cure Jason and turn him back into an ordinary person, but it had the opposite effect. Jason tortured his mother with his illusions, leading to her tragic suicide. This bloodshed completely destroyed Stryker's last shred of sympathy for mutants. To seek revenge, Stryker pushed his son onto the operating table, brainwashing him and transforming him into the biological weapon known as Experiment 143. Stryker aimed not only to extract mutant genes, but also to exploit Jason's powers to execute a genocide against his own kind. For Stryker, this wasn't just about national security. It was a father's twisted revenge against a world that gave him a monster instead of a son.